What is up out there? We are back with Melvor Idle Adventure Mode, and this is episode 7. In the last episode, I can't remember exactly where we left off, but I'm pretty sure I was fighting the undead graveyard, and I was trying to get the elite amulet of defense. Well, the problem with that became, let's see here, I killed 524 of those things, and I got everything out of that dungeon except for the amulet of defense. So it was taking quite a while to do, and I was like, you know what, I'm getting kind of tired of this. So I went and fought the purple goo monsters. Now, here's my reasoning behind this. And I know somebody had mentioned that dungeon was good for finding that amulet, because you basically get the amulet. You don't have to save any parts up. But the thing is, that dungeon is just a dungeon. So you get whatever attack skill you're using, and maybe some defense and some hit points and stuff like that. With these purple goo monsters, you get Slayer experience, you get a lot less drops. So the adamantite bars are good. The lemon tile seeds don't do this character any good, but you get some gold bar and some bones and stuff. And this is actually not a bad way for, say, a hardcore or a standard character that has summoning and stuff like that unlocked, because you can use some of these parts in summoning. And, you know, if you've seen my hardcore video, you've seen where I've been using like the daggers and stuff just because I have them. They don't make a whole lot of money, but they can make some tablets from summoning. So I feel, you know, it's easy money there. Now, getting the amulet of defense this way, you know, it took me, 2,800 of those goo monsters, but I have the amulet of defense and it's done. Whereas, who knows how many of those dungeons I would have to clear. And I've also got a decent Slayer, my Slayer level is brought up pretty substantially. Not substantially necessarily, but it's brought up, you know what I mean? Like, I'm seeing progress in more than one place. So killed a lot of those things. I have the amulet of defense. So once I start getting the dragon gear, we can start looking at the volcano. Basically, that's what this amulet of defense means. I should have got this on my standard account. I think I got it on my hardcore account, and I'm definitely getting it. I definitely either have it or I'm getting it on my new hardcore account, and I now have it here. So I'm certainly putting this to use, and especially if we start going into dungeons where I don't have to worry about the amulet of looting. This thing's going on, and I'm going to have that extra damage reduction. So that's a good bonus. Let's see. On the combat side of things, we are now at combat level 97. I let this thing crank for a while. You can see I need to fish up some prayer points, but I've kind of sidetracked. But with all of this stuff at, say, mid-70s, you get combat level 97. I am 2 levels away from being able to max out everything on my list. So once I can hit that, that's going to be my goal. This is going to go from combat over to production, and we're going to work on smithing. I need 99 smithing, I think. I think smithing has to be fully decked out, yeah. To get full dragonite gear, or full dragon gear, I need that at 99. So we're going to be working on that. I think no, I'm not close. I think it's my other account's probably close on this one. So we're going to have to get this, of course, get the mining up and then get the smithing up and everything. No big deal. It's going to get there. It's just going to take a minute to have that happen. And again, I just need a couple of more combat levels. But let's see here. Because I hit level 90, because I had combat level 90, I was able to go into wood cutting and unlock redwood trees because those come out at 90. Then I could do the Clue Chaser's insignia. So I have everything out for that right here. I could move this stuff off for a second here, and I could take this thing and equip it. Oh, I've already got one equipped. Let's sell this one here then. So when you get these items aligned in this particular order, and I had to have redwood unlocked because redwood is one of the ingredients. If you have 42 maple, 23 redwood logs, 16 raw swordfish, 15 raw crabs, you got to catch the herring and cook them to get 8 of them. And then you have to burn some cavefish while cooking. And once you get these, you just reorder it and it drops you a new ring or amulet. So you can get, as long as you have this this arrangement of items, you just move it over and back. It has to be in this first tab. It has to be in that order. You get the Clue Chasers insignia all the time. So I wanted to show this while I actually had it. This thing, it gives you the important reason to have this is it gives you a 10% chance to receive an off item. Meaning, if you have it equipped, if you have this Clue Chasers insignia equipped with this gold topaz ring, you get the chance to get the signet half A and B and the crown of Ralix, or the circlet of Ralix and the jewel of Ralix. You get chances to get those items, better chances to get those items. So I wanted to have these things, or I wanted to get the Clue Chasers insignia as quickly as possible, because this, when you get this circle, this signet ring, this thing is basically what I'm going to call item find in the game, and I talk about it a lot. It does a lot of great things. If you have the agility score, it doubles the money you get from agility, so there's a huge bonus there. It gives you 5% chance to receive a second item, which if you're doing, say, a dungeon or something like that, you get a second chest. That gives you a second opportunity to get whatever item you're seeking out of that dungeon. So the signet ring is huge. The crown of Ralix is also really good. This adds like 5 or 10% item preservation when you're crafting. So this thing is good to have. Plus, it's worth a lot of money. This piece alone is 750,000. The jewel is like 3 million. Combined, it's 5 million. So even when I'm not doing anything that requires it, I still equip the Clue Chasers insignia, because extra components of this just make extra money and you can sell them. They're rare, but it's just bonus cash here and there. So went through that. I am now trying to get the signet half B, which comes from combat. It's the little jewel piece. That is definitely going to be in the works. I'm actually trying to do that on my other account too. Again, for the item find and for all the bonuses that this thing gives you. So I can now, let's get rid of this stuff here. Yeah, just go ahead and sell it when that stuff comes back. I'll deal with moving it into the right place later. I think you have to have that spot clean. Like this first tab, you need to have just those items for that Clue Chasers insignia. Maybe, maybe not. I'm not sure. But if something's in the way, it kind of gets in the way of making the next amulet. So I just shove everything off to the side and then create it and then move it all back. So where are we at now? Well, you can see I'm storing up dragon bones. If you recall, oh, you probably don't recall because I didn't do a video for it. On my standard account, there is a shield that you get out of, where is it at? It is the shield that comes from here. It is this ancient shield. The ancient shield will convert into like a fire shield or something like that, dragon shield, whatever it's called. I can't remember the name of it, but it takes like 7,050 dragon bones. So I've decided on these subsequent accounts, after I ran into that problem with my standard account, instead of just burying these, burning them and getting rid of them, what I'm going to do with these things, and actually I should make them to where I don't sell them either. What I am going to do with these things is hang on to them, because it was a grind to get there, and I'm going to kill a bunch of stuff as I go along. So I'll be killing dragons and things, so I'm just going to hang on to these. In fact, I'll probably throw these in here. I don't know that it makes too much of a difference, but the way I do my tabs up here is I usually set all my gear into one. Like I'll have amulets and rings in one, I'll have gear in another. This one I'm just doing with gloves. Here's my resources, so any kind of diamonds and gems and stuff like that goes in here. In fact, I should probably drop those in there. I have not been actually, I'll leave those out. For here on this account, this adventure account, I've been pretty much selling everything because I need the money and I didn't have a good money making thing. So all the gems just sat out here and I'd sell them off as soon as I get them. Well, I've changed something about that. So I now have agility. And I unlocked this like a day or two ago, and I've spent quite a bit of time unlocking things. And I've taken, so far, let's see, I've taken the one that gives the best cash, or I should switch this to thieving, but I don't have thieving, so I don't care. This one will stay at agility. This one will stay at agility. I took the melee bonuses. I know there's a damage reduction, which is going to hurt a little bit, but not for a while, I don't think. We'll switch this one out here before things get too serious. Same thing with this one, minus Slayer XP and the negation effect and all that. I'm not really worried about too much of the Slayer stuff right now at this moment. I also took the agility interval and the less global skill XP, which is kind of hurting a little bit. I kind of took these to get through. I have been trying to take the ones that make a decent profit, but I'm also up to obstacle 8. I had to get this one done. I was taking this here. I needed the Slayer coin, so I just finished that off. And because I have prayer and defense at 70, I'm ready to go with this one. Now, this is going to be a good one. This gives me damage to dungeon monsters and double loot in combat. So going for those items with, if I have the, whatever hat comes from thieving, which I won't have on this account because I don't have thieving unlocked. But if I had that hat and I had the signet ring, I would have like a 15-20% chance of double loot. So that's pretty good. So we're going to go ahead and buy this. I had to save up my emeralds, which is what was in my first bar there. So build that one out. Now I'm up to obstacle 9, and so I have to wait till 80. So I've pushed this pretty far, and now I'm down to 10 million. But the cool thing is this thing is making me a lot of money. I don't have the herb lore, and I don't have the farming to really get the potions for this that cut the interval or anything. But this thing's still going to make a decent profit. Like, I can let this run overnight and come back to 10, 20 million, you know, pretty easily, especially with the signet ring, because that would double this to 12,000 gold. And the negatives I don't think are too bad. Once I hit 99 on these, it cuts the negatives in half. So that's the big bonus here, is the passive debuffs are halved. So this would go down to minus 10%. But I mean, I don't really have crafting here, so preserve resources doesn't make a whole lot of sense on this one. Although I could switch this out, I think. It's just money. But less hit points, less damage reduction. I mean, I would lose a lot. This one might not be bad. I don't know, you're taking a hit. I may do this one. This global mastery and skill reduction. It would suck, but once I get these to 99, I won't care anymore, you know what I mean? So, like, I'm pushing all my attacks and stuff, so, I don't know, I'll wait on that one. Preserving resources is not an issue. I mean, I'm not really non-combat focused at this point. At some point, it might be an issue, but at any rate, I have taken agility, so we have that unlocked, and this thing is cruising along, and that's kind of where we're at. So my plans going forward is to get agility all the way unlocked. I want 99 with this thing. I definitely want at least all of the obstacles bought and paid for. So I don't remember what obstacle 9 brings, but I know obstacle 10 is just cash. Obstacle 9 may, and these may not be the best, most optimal things to take at this moment, and that's fine. I got sick of needing money with this account. This sucks. Being broke all the time with this account just sucks. So now I can start moving my resources in and saving stuff as I get it. The mining method with gems, you know, you mine up with the gem gloves to get all the gems and stuff. That sucks. I mean, you spend 500,000 on the, you know, number of charges with the gem glove, and you may only get 600-700 back. So you have to mine a lot to get a little bit of return. Whereas I feel like with agility, I can get more money. It's probably not the best money-making method in this game, but for me, I think it's going to be a really solid way to make money, if that makes sense. In fact, I can go ahead and buy this extra equipment set here too. Get that knocked out, and that will let me equip other crap, which means that I can free up some inventory space should I choose. Like, I could take this thing and toss it on that second slot. This gives you 200% gold from killing monsters. I just kind of want to tinker around with it because it's kind of funny. I don't want to. Oh, damn it. I didn't want to do that. I was on the right thing and I clicked the wrong button. I want to click here and I want to click equip. We can take these gloves of silence, toss these things on here. These are good for money for killing an enemy in combat. So I think those with this loot, that's like 350% gold. That might be kind of cool. I want to tinker with it, see what it does. That's mainly the reason I have it. But then I can get rid of some of this other stuff out of here too, like say some of these rings or whatever. And I could collect a second gold topaz. Actually, I should have collected a second clue chasers now at this point. No big deal. Actually, I would put the fishing one on there. And do I have the fishing ring? Yes, we will put that on number 2. So that cleans up some inventory space. Let's see, what does that do? That also makes this a crafting. So now I've got combat and non-combat is how that's going to pretty much boil down, if you want to look at it that way. But going forward, definitely going to push to combat level 99. And then I think I've mentioned it before. Once I hit combat level 99, I'm going to stop, get all of these up to level 99, get my skill capes. And once I get that, everything else will be cake, or bonus, I should say. Now that I have a good money source, I don't have to stop and go mine a bunch of crap, and I can focus on doing the task that I want. I don't have to sell stuff off. I can refactor the agility at any point in time once I get things unlocked. I've jumped to, I think, 2.5 million, something like that. I can't remember. This is pretty big number for my blind eyes to look at. Yeah, 2.5 million, I think. So, it's more than that. 25 million? Whatever. It's too early to be thinking about numbers like that. But I can start unlocking more skills, which I may have to think about which skills I want to unlock first. I think at this point, I want to take things as far as I can without doing ranged and magic and without doing any more non-combat skills. I want to take the skills that I have. And I know I said that last time, and then I unlocked agility, but the agility gives me money. And that I think is more important than, say, having ranged or magic unlocked. Because I will see more of a return out of the agility than I will the other stuff that could unlock. So that's pretty much what we're going to look at doing for the next week, is getting agility up as far as possible, getting all of the obstacles opened up, hopefully getting combat level 99, and then getting the passive tower or passive pillar on agility unlocked, and start getting all the non-combats to level 99 as well. So that is it. That is all. That is where we are at. And that will do it for this episode. We will catch you on the next one. Take care.